Hi everyone, it's Linnea for LDRS Creative, and we're looking at some more new products from the November 2022 collection. These are some of my favorites. I'm going to be creating a set of 3 cards, mixing and matching the Floral Solid Layering 4x6 stamps and the Floral Silhouette 4x6 stamps. Each of these can be used individually, and I'll show you that, but they look really cool when they are mixed together. These floral silhouette stamps are sized so that you can layer them over top of the floral solid layering stamps. So basically you would start by layering up those solid stamps and then just adding that silhouette stamp over the top. And it gives it a really nice, artistically whimsy effect. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to be using the same sentiment on all 3 of my cards, and it is from the floral solid layering stamps. So I have that lined up near the bottom of a piece of A2 cardstock, and I'm going to start by showing you the floral silhouette stamps. I love silhouette stamps. I think it's great to add just a blob of ink onto your card and then stamp these stamps right in black for a nice, simple, easy card. Today I'm kind of going to be taking that idea but changing it just a little bit. So I have that sentiment at the bottom, and I have chosen 3 of the images from the floral silhouette stamps, and I've mounted 2 of them on my stamping platform, and I'm going to ink them up using a variety of LDRS Creative Hybrid inks. My color palette for these 3 cards is going to be pink, blue, and yellow. So I have a pink on the left, blue on the right. I stamped those, and then all I'm going to do is shift my cardstock the teeniest bit, like probably 1/32 of an inch. It's a very small little smidge over, almost as if, you know, when you're stamping and you make a mistake and your paper shifts and you say, oh no, what am I going to do? We're putting that mistake to good use, and I'm stamping with Raven Hybrid ink. So now I have those beautiful floral silhouette images in color, and that's kind of peeking out from behind the solid black. It's almost as if you took a mistake and made it magical. I just love that little halo of color. Now I'm going back to the floral solid layering 4x6 stamps, because in that stamp set there are these wonderful ink spatter stamps. If you have followed my card projects through the years at all, you know how much I love ink spatters. And this stamp set has made it not messy at all to spatter your cards with that spattery look. So I just added those same colors of inks and just added a bit of accents all around my flowers. Now let's go ahead and put those floral silhouette images away and work with the floral solid layering stamps as they're meant to be used. This stamp set creates 3 solid layering images. So I'm starting with the largest. I'm going to do the largest in pink, the medium in blue, and then the smallest in yellow. And I have the base of the largest and the medium flowers here. I'm going to be stamping them on 2 pieces of cardstock because one is going to be plain and the other one I'm going to show you how fun it is to layer those silhouette images over the top. I've gone ahead and grabbed the second layer to each of these images, and I'm just going to ink them up with a slightly darker color of ink. So I started really light and now I'm kind of going to a medium color, and then once I have those stamped, I will move on to the darkest color. The largest stamp for each flower is always going to be your base. Start there and then move to your medium size stamp and then finish up with your small one. You can see that this third layer, they're kind of just creating that whimsical center. And this is quite a small stamp image, but they are still easy to line up. Remember to look at the back of the packaging on your LDRS Creative stamps, because there are oftentimes completed images on the back, and that is the case for this stamp set. In case you have trouble lining up your images, that's a good place to start. These images, I think, line up really easily. There are little kind of nooks and crannies that just perfectly line up, and it takes the guesswork out of it. But if you do get stuck, don't forget to look at the packaging. I've added the greenery with a green ink pad, and now I'm going to just kind of lay out how I want that middle flower to go, and I'm just going to repeat that process with yellow inks this time. Starting with my base layer, I'm using a really light yellow ink, but I'm going to build up this color and stamp it 3 or 4 times because I wanted it to be light, but I really wanted it to be maybe just a little bit darker. I'm going to stamp it twice just so that I have both card backgrounds at once. This is how I mass produce. I take one item and do it all of them. So if I was making a whole set, I would do all of the yellow base first and then move on to the second layer. It's a real time saver to do it that way. Once I have all 3 layers of the flowers built up, I'm going to go ahead and add that stem. And I'm being careful because I don't need the whole stem image. If it overlaps the flower a little bit, that's okay. But I really just want to ink up just the bottom of the stem. Alrighty, so now I have both of those backgrounds done, and that one is pretty much finished. I will go back and add some of those ink spatter stamps, but that's the look of the floral solid layering stamps on their own. Now I'm going back to those floral silhouette stamps, and I'm just going to pick some out and layer them over. Now, if you want to, you don't have to stamp the green stems. I thought it would be fun to have the green peeking out a little bit, but you could omit that part and just have the stems from the floral silhouette images be your stems. I'm going ahead now and I'm taking those spatters and I'm using the medium tone of my ink colors, whatever my mid color was, and that's what I'm going to stamp those ink spatters with. And I'm just going to go crazy stamping these all over so it looks like these flowers have like just little explosions of color and they just pop right off the page. So here are all 3 of my cards. I know this video is sped up a little bit, but in real time I made all 3 of these cards in 15 minutes. Think how fun this would be to make a whole set of these. They are 1-layer cards, so you could easily make a whole set, package them up nicely with our A2 gift box dies, and send them as a gift to a friend. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!